Live, trance, and prosper. Hi, I'm Professor Brian David Phillips, and I'm going to just do this really quick video on how you, yes, you, can make a voice clone of yourself with artificial intelligence for free. Well, for now it's free. We're going to be using the program CapCut, which has free options, and they just added some interesting things there. So let's move this down and get that out of the way just a bit so you can see the program. And here it is, CapCut. This is the desktop option. There are other options for this software. My daughter has been using it for a long time on the iPhone, and there is an Android version. And the voice cloning feature has been added to those apps as well. Let's start out by creating a project. Click on up here where it says Create Project. So here we go. You can import things. I'm going to, up here under text, I'm not gonna, it's a video creation editing software, but we're not actually going to be editing software. I mean, we're not going to be editing a video. Instead, we're just going to focus on the voice cloning thing. And the way you do that is you go to text options up here and hit add text. Yay us. I'll hit default, and I'm just going to drag this into my timeline. Dragging, dragging, dragging. And you have default text here. What you do is you just click here and change the text. Now, in most editing programs, you have something like this, and so that's just for putting text on screen. But this program has up here text-to-speech options. And if we click here, we see they have custom voices. So you can create your own. But first, let's go ahead and change the default text. So we're going to go back to text and just change this default text to, I don't know. Now is the time for all good boys. Don't worry about it going over the screen or anything like that. To eat bugs. Because bugs taste so delicious. Now, okay, so I have text, and if I move over to text-to-speech, I can actually choose a voice. They have lots of different.
Now is the time for all good boys to eat bugs.
Now is the time for all good boys to eat bugs.
Now is the time for all good boys to eat bugs because bugs taste so delicious.
Okay. Now I can also, so you can choose any of these text-to-speech options, and they have quite a few that you can choose from. Okay. But we can also create a voice. This is creating a custom voice. This is your voice clone. So essentially what you do is you read from the pop-up screen, which unfortunately we don't really see on my OBS. Let me see if I can... No, it's not. I can't add it. I'm sorry. I'll just tell you it has a pop-up. And the pop-up allows us to create a voice. And when you create a custom voice, what you're doing is you'll be asked to read from the screen. And essentially, your speaking style will also be copied. So read it with your desired voice style. So if you don't want to sound boring, read it with some verve and some energy and all that stuff. Let me take my glasses off so I can actually see. So I'm going to read the text they give. It's not very long. And I'm going to use a little energy for it. Actually, now I'm going to do it relaxed. Maybe I'll use this to do guided imagery later or something like that. Custom voice technology is revolutionizing the way we interact, enabling us to create lifelike audio narratives and engage in immersive conversations. And that's it. Now it says it's creating my voice. Oh, how nice. 50% already. So it's real quick. And you can listen to the samples. And you can name it. I'm going to call this BDP2. So here's the sample in English.
This is your cloned voice. Hope you like it.
Okay, you be the judge on whether or not you think that sounds like me. But here's something really cool.
这是你的专属克隆音色，希望你能喜欢。
Now, I can choose to accept that or record again or all sorts. I'm going to save that. So now
is the time for
the sample. If I want to keep that, so it gives me a little sample and it'll stop after a few words. I can do start reading. That's going to save it to my timeline. And it has done it. As you can see on my timeline, I now have, I'm going to move this up so it's all the way up there. And so now I've got the full voice and the text. I can also, if I don't want that text in the video, I can just drop it out so you don't see it. But it doesn't matter because I'm only interested in the audio right now. But if I click play, it'll be my voice, or at least CapCut's version of my voice with this text.
Now is the time for all good boys to eat bugs because bugs taste so delicious.
Now compare that to actual me. This is me. Now is the time for all good boys to eat bugs because bugs taste so delicious. And you can play around with it if you want to. You can edit the text. You can change spacing. You can, let's go text to speech, custom voices, English, trending. I can move that down a bit. You can click on menus. You can do all sorts of things. So there you go. Now, if I want to keep this, I can export it. I can actually export the audio only, or I can export the video. For my purposes, I was just interested in the audio. And so I can export this track as an MP3 or a WAV file. Or I can just do what I want to do and make a complete video. So there's that. But that's it. That is essentially the whole trick to the thing. As you can see, it's very simple. I will put a link in the description of the video on where you can download the Windows version, or just a link to CapCut. If you want to check out the mobile version, you can go to your Play Store or your iPhone store and get CapCut. You be the judge on how accurate it is. It's free for now. Eventually, they may make a paid version, so there is that. So be aware of that. But right now, free is not the best. Obviously, it's not 11 Labs, so it's not that high quality. But it'll work in a pinch. And I hope you enjoyed this video, found it useful. Until next time, this is Professor Brian David Phillips saying, live, trans, and prosper. Bye-bye.